This
Okay. Now everybody has got an idea how to create cost center master, profit center master using LSMW and LTMC. Clear, right? How we have to create your profit centers, cost centers with LTMC and LSMW.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now for our company code, let us list out some structure, some basic structure to start off, and we'll create some master records and then we'll proceed with the transactions. So first let me put profit centers. Okay, first we have to understand before we write any profit center logic, we have to have a clear understanding that we are going to decide profit center at which we are going to generate your financial statements like trial balance, P&L, balance sheet. At whatever the level you want to generate this TB, P&L, balance sheet, at that level we are going to create a profit center. Normally, product line will be treated as profit center in most of the organizations. We will also be going ahead with the same logic. Currently, for our Dell computers, we have decided we have four product lines. One is your laptops, next one is your desktops, next one accessories, and then servicing. Okay, we are assuming we have four product lines in our Dell computers: laptop, desktop, accessories, and servicing. What we will do for every business transaction that you are going to create in your company code, you need to ensure that each of your business transaction either falls under laptop, desktop, accessories, or servicing product line. We need to ensure without the profit center, no document is posted. In case if a document is posted without any profit center, it is a mistake. Right now, posting of a document with profit center or without a profit center is a setting which is performed at client level in the document splitting. Now, in our practice environment, we may be changing the profit center as activate or deactivate, mandatory, not mandatory by different people since it is a shared server. But when you're in a real project, this is a one-time setting. Profit center is made mandatory. Zero balance for profit center is enabled, and your document splitting is enabled with the splitting method at 12. And it's a one-time setting, will never be changed. No matter what, this setting is not going to be changed. With this setting, any transaction, if you are not able to fill the profit center, or if system is unable to bring the profit center with the document splitting functionality, this transaction cannot be posted. Okay, this transaction cannot be posted for the reason there is no profit center filled up in one of the line items, or system is unable to make the balance zero at profit center level. Considering this, keep in your mind that without profit center, no document posting is allowed. If we are posting a document without profit center, then it is not correct. Now, for this profit centers, what we will do, we will categorize or we will group profit center according to these four product lines. Let us assume that laptop is a product line, desktop is a product line, accessories is a product line, servicing is a product line. Tomorrow, if I have multiple company codes, what I am going to do for every company code, since I am dealing with the same business everywhere, whether I operate in India or any other country, my business remains the same. I am going to deal with laptop, desktop, accessories, servicing in every country that I deal or in every country that I operate with my organization called Dell Computers. Now, here I am going to decide my product line as product category or the profit center hierarchy or profit center grouping. Whenever I'm going to create a profit center, I need to link my profit center to a profit center group. For example, I'll put this here. Okay, this I'll put at company level. At company level, I'm creating, this is my product line and I may have company code. At company code level, Let's assume if I'm talking about India, DEIN, I may talk about Dell India laptops. I may call it as this is Dell India laptops. I may call it as Dell India desktops. Here I may call it as Dell India accessories. Here I might call it as Dell India servicing. Dell India servicing. Tomorrow, if I create another company code, let's say Dell US, I may create Dell US laptops. Here Dell US desktops, and here Dell US accessories. Here it will be Dell US servicing. Assuming you have another company code Dell Singapore. Now I may call it as Dell Singapore laptops. Here Dell Singapore desktop. Here Dell Singapore accessories. Here Dell Singapore servicing. Likewise, if you are operating in multiple countries, in every country, since your business is the same, if your company is Dell Computers and these are the four products that you are dealing with, irrespective of the country that you are operating in. So what I am going to do, I am going to decide these things as my product lines. This product line I am going to consider as my profit center, and I am going to group all my profit centers according to my product line. So if I am operating in, let's say, some 5 countries, or for example 3 countries, in the 3 countries I am going to have all the laptop. Now tomorrow if I wanted to see what is my overall transaction list or what is my overall business process, business performance for laptop business, if I look at this individual profit center, I am going to get the respective company code laptop business profitability. But if I wanted to know overall company level laptop business profitability, I am going to look at the report at profit center group level. Okay, if I give laptop as my product line or my profit center group, all the laptops wherever you're operating, all these profit centers will be picked up automatically. So this is exclusively used for the reporting purpose. Whenever you call laptop as a profit center group, in whatever the company code, in whatever the country you're dealing with laptops, all those profit centers will be grouped together. Okay, here this is an example that we are going to adopt for our company code for the initial setup. Later on we will talk about when we create additional company codes, we will take different structures of profit centers, so that according to the requirement, according to the situation, you will be able to understand how we have to create profit centers, profit center hierarchies. Okay, so next one, let's talk about cost centers, what we are going to create for our company code. Since we are creating profit centers for calculating financial statements like trial balance, P&L, balance sheet, your cost center is used only to capture the cost. You need to have a fixed logic to create a profit center, but there is no such logic to create a cost center. It is our choice to create cost center as we want, because wherever you want to know how much I am spending here, at that level you can create a cost center. There is no such rule that only on this basis you will have to create a cost center. Assuming we will be creating department as a cost center, this is most likely departments will be created as cost centers in any organization. Apart from department, you can have any cat cost center grouping, any logic for cost centers. So let's go with one logic wherein we are going to treat each department as one of the cost center grouping. I'll say company here. At company level, we are deciding this grouping. Finance and accounts. I might say logistics, production, admin, HR, transportation, not transportation, let me say marketing, sales. Okay, let's create these many cost centers at the beginning, assuming this is your cost center grouping. When you create like this cost center grouping, again let us take some company codes. If you take these company codes, for finance and accounts, you have to create one cost center. Let's say I'll put Dell India Finance and Accounts, Dell US Finance and Accounts, Dell Singapore Finance and Accounts. With this, what I will come to know, in my India company code, what is my finance and account cost? In my US company code, what is my finance and account cost? In my Singapore company code, what is my finance and account cost? If I want to drill down, if I want to have a further breakup, I can create this finance and account cost center at respective branch level or at respective division level or at respective operating unit level. So whatever the way I am going to decide, at this level I am going to create a finance and accounts level cost center. I can create n number of finance and account cost centers, but I have to group all these finance and accounts related cost centers to this cost center grouping or this cost center hierarchy, so that any cost related to finance and accounts in any form, okay, I'll be capturing under finance and accounts. Similarly for logistics, whatever the activity, whatever the category of expenses that I have under logistics department, I will be creating the respective cost center with any name that I want, but I'll be grouping this all logistics related cost centers to logistics cost center category or to the logistics cost center group or hierarchy. Similarly for production, admin, HR, marketing and sales. Now currently let's create the cost center with the same name: logistics, production, admin, HR, marketing and sales, for the initial understanding purpose. Because first we have to understand how we are creating this, how we are posting the transactions, how this data is reflecting in our reports, and how we are able to pull the reports at cost center level, profit center level. Then you will have a fair understanding what exactly is happening with your cost center group. Similarly profit center group. So once you are able to post a transaction, once you are able to pull out the reports and then check, okay, at this company code level, this is how I am able to split the transaction for the various reporting requirements. At that level, we are going to practically understand the exact usage purpose of profit center, cost center accounting. So for now, let's create Dell India Logistics. This is Dell US Logistics. This will be Dell Singapore Logistics. Next one, Dell India Production. This will be Dell US Production. This will be Dell Singapore Production. This will be Dell India admin, Dell US admin, Dell Singapore admin. Next, Dell India HR, Dell US HR, Dell Singapore HR. Next one, Dell India Marketing, Dell US Marketing, Dell Singapore Marketing. The last one, Dell India Sales, Dell US Sales, Dell Singapore Sales. Okay, these are the cost centers that we are going to create at the beginning. Okay. Now, for your cost centers, for your profit centers, we need to have a naming convention or a logic. When we talk about naming convention logic, for profit centers, let's assume that profit center is 6 digits. Okay, this is purely based on a logic we'll have to create. It's not that any name that comes in our mind we will be creating. That is not the right approach. You will decide a naming convention logic. According to the same naming convention logic, profit center is created in all of your company codes. If you are operating with 20 company codes or 50 company codes, in every company code, if you look at any profit center, is based on a pure predefined logic which is decided at group level or at company level. If we assume profit center as 6 digit, this 6 digit may be, I'll say, first 4 digits will represent company code, and last 2 digits will represent profit center sequence. This is one approach, or if you want, you can create any other approach. Like if you have different business lines within the product line, if you have sub product line and all, you can create a different naming convention code to represent this is my laptop, this is my desktop, accessories or servicing, and so on. If you want to identify laptop with a different code, you can use the last 2 digits. With that code, you can put a 2-digit code to represent this code is related to laptop. Any profit center containing this 2-digit code at the end will reflect this is a profit center for laptop, and so on. So currently let's take last 2 digits as the sequence. Now according to this, if your company code is Dell India, first 4 digits will represent DEIN. According to this, last 2 digits will represent cost center profit center sequence. For sequence, I'll put 01. Now, if I club these two, my profit center will be DEIN 01. Clear? Which means whenever you create a new profit center, you have to adopt the same logic and then create. Right? Tomorrow, when you're in any project, if you have been asked to create a new profit center, or if you're looking at, assuming you joined in any new organization, you are assigned to a new project, which is an existing SAP system as a support, or configuration is already done, you are making some additional configuration whatsoever. First thing, when you look at the profit center, try to understand What is the logic used to decide this profit center code? In short, what is the naming convention for profit center? First thing that you'll have to understand. First, look at the count of your profit centers in a particular company code. How many profit centers are created and what is the logic behind this profit center code? If this is the profit center code, by looking at this, it will represent something. What is this DEIN01 representing? On what basis this code is created is what you have to understand when you're in any project as a first point. Clear? Similarly, if you take desktop, you may be taking DEIN02 for accessories, DEIN03 for servicing, DEIN04 in India. Let me put this here under India. Here I'll put DEIN01. This will be DEIN02, DEIN03, DEIN04. This may be our profit center codes. Okay, similarly if you take cost centers, cost center will represent 10 digits. We are representing cost center with 10 digits, the same logic. First 4 digits, first 2 digits, followed by last 4 digits. So here these two will represent the same. Copy. Okay, out of your 10 digit cost center code, first 4 digits of your cost center will represent what is your company code. Next 2 digits of your cost center will represent what is the profit center identification or sequence. First 4, next 2, and then last 4 digits will represent cost center category or grouping, or we can also call it a sequence. So here you are having different cost center grouping or hierarchy categories, like you have finance and accounts cost centers, logistics related, production related, admin related, HR related, marketing related, sales related. The way you are able to identify your profit center, in the similar way you have to be in a position to identify your cost center by looking at the code. To identify like this, by looking at a cost center, how will I know that this is a production related cost center, this is admin related cost center, this is HR related cost center? For this also we will be creating a numbering sequence. Let's say all my finance and accounts will start from 1 series. I may say all my finance and accounts will start from 1 series, logistics will begin from 2 series, production 3 series, admin 4 series, HR 5 series, marketing 6 series, sales is 7 series. If I create like this, okay, if I create like this, I am representing the cost center sequence or cost center category or grouping, which is coming as last 4 digits. The last 4 digits is where I am going to segregate, I am going to identify which category or what kind of a cost center it is. So first 4 digits is common, which is your company code. I'll give as DEIN. Next 2 digits is representing my profit center. If I'm talking about profit center related to laptop, for laptop profit center, what is the product code sequence? 01. In short, this is your 01 for laptop. I'll put profit center identification as 01. Okay, now these two are forming a profit center. My cost center first 6 digits are representing company code plus profit center identification. Afterwards, from 7th digit, in short, Last four digits, I am going to understand which category this this cost center belongs to. For that, I have a different logic. I am going to decide one series represents my finance and account related. I am going to create 1001 here. I am going to create 1001 here, which means if my cost center code is DEIN 011001, I am going to classify this in four parts. 1001 is one color, 01 is another color, DEIN is another color. Okay, this is your company code. This is your sequence. Third one is your cost center grouping. Now, if you look at any cost center code, any cost center number, this cost center code, cost center number also will represent some logic. So first we have to understand by looking at the cost center code, what logic we are able to understand. And these logics are called as naming conventions. These naming conventions are predefined at the beginning of your project, and for all your company codes, the same logic is used to decide or to define new cost center or new profit center. You might be questioned in your interview tomorrow, what is the naming convention that you followed in your project for cost center and profit center? They are going to expect these logics what we have discussed now from you for that as an answer. Right? Because they know you are aware of how cost center is created, how profit center is created, what is the T code for it. But they are not interested in it. Instead, they want to know on what basis you have created cost center, profit center. Otherwise, on what basis you will be creating if you were to implement SAP for one of the clients. They might give one scenario like this, same like a Dell. If Dell is operating like this, 4 products in it, how you are going to decide the naming convention for profit center and then cost center. The intention the intention is only to check your thought process, your understanding, whether you are able to map things in a proper way or not. Clear? Now, if we write this cost center codes here, what I'm going to do here is, first let me write cost center for finance and accounts for laptop. For laptop, it is DEIN 01. Am I correct? I'll put this here. We have 4 profit centers. I'll put this 4 times because you are going to have 4 cost centers for finance and accounts. For 4 cost centers, company code will remain same. So first 4 digits will remain same. For 4 cost centers, profit center is different. Laptop profit center code is 01. For desktop, profit center code is 02. For accessories, profit center code is 03. For servicing, profit center code is 04. Now, if you look at the first 6 digits, these are uniform, these are different. Now, in the last one, if you see, last 4 digits, we are representing grouping or sequence for cost center. This is your finance and accounts cost center. All your finance and accounts related cost centers, we are assuming we will be defining with one series. The 7th digit 1001. Here I'll put 1001. Here I'll put 1001. Here also I'll put 1001. If I have another cost center within finance and accounts for laptop division, I am going to create another another cost center here with the same code as 1002. I can create within finance and accounts n number of cost centers. I may create cost center for accountants, cost center for senior managers, cost centers for payroll, cost center for whatever. Within finance and account, how I want to track my cost is my choice. but I have to group everything as under finance and accounts related cost center. So if I am creating multiple cost centers within my finance and accounts, I need to follow this sequence. Last 4 digits is what I have to keep on increasing as and when I get a new cost center request or requirement in the respective cost center category. Clear? So for now, let's create only one. Once we understand the master record, once we create a transaction, once we pull the report, then we will add additional cost centers and additional grouping or the other requirements here. But initially, let us go ahead with single profit center, single cost center. We will post the transactions. We will pull out the reports to understand the data flow, data sequence in SAP, how these are connected, how these are affecting your reporting requirement, reporting structures. Accordingly, we will add additional cost centers in our grouping. Clear? All right. So here, what will be the code for Dell Logistics? You will be going with the same logic. For laptops, it will be 01 profit center, and for logistics it will be 2 series. I am going to put this as 2 series. Copy, paste. This will be 2, this will be 3, and this will be 4. Understood why I created these 4 cost centers with these numbers? Everybody is clear with this logic? This 10 digits?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Similarly for production we are taking 3 series. I am going to replace the 7th digit with 3. 3 and 3. Okay, similarly the others I am not writing, we will fill it up after some time. So now let's try to create these masters in SAP to understand how these are reflecting our cost centers, profit centers while creating the master record. Now before creating the master record, we assumed that we need to create grouping. This laptop, desktop, accessories, servicing, we assumed as grouping. Now where we are going to create this grouping or this hierarchy? Let's go to SAP. I'll go to SPRO. In SPRO, SAP reference IMG. I'll go to controlling. Profit center accounting. In profit center, master data, profit center, you have something called standard hierarchy. Let's click on the standard hierarchy to check what is this. This is asking for controlling area. Our controlling area is Dell Group DEGR. Okay, this controlling area, it is taking change standard hierarchy profit center group structure. Now this is your KCH4 transaction code. Now here you select your this one. If you look at this code, it is talking about DEGR underscore PC. This DEGR underscore PC is something that we created in a transaction code called activation of profit center accounting 0K E5. As part of our baseline configuration, in 0K E5, we have created this profit center activation setting. Here you have given your profit center accounting standard hierarchy as DEGR underscore PC. Okay, this is your profit center top node hierarchy. This is active. This is active in your controlling area DEGR from fiscal year 2023 onwards. Let me close this. And here if you look at the description of this, it is talking about DEGR controlling area. So what I'll put here, I am going to put Dell Group Profit Center, HIERACHY. Okay, Dell Group Profit Center hierarchy. Let me click on save this. I am modifying this. If I click on save, is this giving me any TR or it is directly got saved? This did not give any TR. This is got saved directly without any TR, which means this is part of your open client activity or cutover activity. This profit center hierarchy is something that we have to define in your production system directly once your TRs are moved to production. Okay, once your TRs are moved to production, as part of your cutover activity or open client activity, we have to perform this activity. Now under this group, you will have to create different profit center headings or different profit center grouping. For that, what I'll have to do, I'll have to select this grouping, the top node, which is DEGR underscore PC. Under this, I want to create lower levels. Under Dell profit center hierarchy, I'll have to create different hierarchies. For that, I'll have to select lower level. If I click on lower level, you are getting like this. How many profit center groupings we have created? 4. One for laptop, one for desktop, one for accessories, one for servicing. I need 4 groupings. First, I'll create for laptop. I'll put Dell laptops, enter. Now, similar to laptops, you have desktop. Desktop is not part of laptop. Desktop is a separate product, same like laptop. So either I have to select laptop, click on same level, or I have to select Dell Profit Center top hierarchy, click on lower level. If I select the top hierarchy, I need to click on lower level. If I click on lower level hierarchy, I have to click on same level. You have to ensure if I click here, if I put as lower level, then this is wrong. If I put like desktop here, it is representing as laptops. If I expand, I am able to see desktop. But is it fact that desktop is part of laptop? No, it is not true. Laptop is a different product altogether. Desktop is a different product altogether. These are not combined. These are two different. So I'm not supposed to create a desktop inside the laptop. Anything that you have created, but you want to remove it, you will not straight away find a delete option here. First, you have to select what you want to delete or what you want to remove. To do that, you'll have to select this. I want to remove desktop now. I'll select this desktop. You will find this arrow mark here, select or F9 on the keyboard. Click on this select icon. When you click on this select icon, you will get an option called remove and delete. Now I want to, either ways you can do. If I click on remove, it will get removed, save. I can even click on delete. Both are possible. Let me save this. Now I am going to add desktop. I'll select laptop. Desktop is similar to my laptop. I'll click on same level. Okay. I'll click on same level. I'll click on same level. Now I've got 3 more levels. Laptop, then I'll put desktop. I'll put Dell desktops. Next one, accessories. I'll put Dell accessories. Next one, servicing. Here I'll put Dell servicing. Okay, I'll hit enter. These are my product level categories or profit center hierarchy for Dell Group. I'll save this. Now, when you save this, what will happen whenever you create a new profit center? Let's say I'm going to create profit center like this profit center code I am creating, or I am creating Dell India laptop. While creating any profit center hierarchy is mandatory. Any laptop related profit center you are creating, you have to select this profit center belongs to this group. While creating profit center, when you click on profit center hierarchy, system is going to give this 1 2 3 4 5 hierarchies. Accordingly, you will have to create your profit center master record. Let me save this. Okay, now what I will do, I will try to create a profit center master record. Let me create profit centers manually for now. I'm creating manually because we all know how to create profit center with LSMW and LTMC. I'm not going with LTMC or LSMW now. KE51 is the transaction code to create the profit center. Naming convention for our profit center is a simple company code followed by the sequence. First one we assumed DEIN01. I'll copy this code. I'll put this here as profit center code. Make sure controlling area is yours. If this is not your controlling area, go to extras, click on set controlling area and change the controlling area. After this, click on master data. Analysis period is something that your profit center validity period. By default, this will take fiscal year beginning date. Make sure if this is created at the beginning of the year, but your fiscal year is related to previous year, you'll have to manually change this profit center validity date. Later on, changing of these dates is a tricky part. Once you create profit center, you want to extend or you want to reduce the validity period is a tricky part. Okay, we cannot just like that go and change the dates once you save the profit center. So we have to be very careful while creating the profit center, what validity period or analysis period you want to have. I'll put 1/1/2023 from current fiscal year beginning date. Name I am going to put as Dell India laptops. Long text also I'll put as Dell India laptop. User responsible, I'm not giving anything. Person responsible, I'll say Mr. Raju. Department, as we discussed, this is used in some projects to identify the BPC profit center code. Otherwise, you can use this for any other purpose. You can even leave it blank. Profit center group. This profit center group is nothing but profit center standard hierarchy. If I open the drop down, we have to get the product groups that we have created now. For desktop, description is not coming. Did we not put the description for desktop? Save this. Changes have been made, and why we are not able to see the description, you'll have to see here. Open the drop down. If you see for desktop, it is not giving the description. What I'll do, let me go back there. Let me delete this desktop and then add it again. To delete, select this, click on delete. Do you want to remove the object from the hierarchy or delete it? Deletion cannot be reversed. Okay, I'll delete it. Save it. Select laptop, click on same level. I'll put desktops. I'll put Dell desktops. Save once again. Go to profit center hierarchy once again. Open the drop down. Now, if you see this, we added a desktop, but are we able to see the desktop? We added desktop, but desktop is not coming. It is showing us del group underscore this. Remove this. Go back. Select this. Delete it again. Save it. Come here. Again click on this profit center group. This is disappearing. It is not disappearing. So what we will do, let's create them once again. You have to make sure everything is appearing properly. Only then you need to proceed further. Before that, let me try to come out from this screen and then reopen to see whether this is reflecting properly or not. I'm just going to open this profit center group alone. Okay, if I open, I'm able to see only 4, but I have to get 5th one as Dell desktop, which is not coming. So first what I'll do, I'll add that Dell desktop and then I'll verify this once again. Under laptop, or I'll create this lower level, desktops, Dell desktops, save it. You'll have to create them multiple times until you become familiar, comfortable with these creations. It's not about you've created, it is completed. It's all about your understanding on this. KE51 once again. Enter. Profit center group. We have to ensure our groups are properly appearing as we decided. Now it's appearing. Laptop is there, desktop is there, accessories is there, servicing is there, and your top level hierarchy is also there. Close this. Now the other day we were talking about there are certain things which cannot be directly linked to the respective profit center. If you are able to link anything to a respective profit center, you are going to create a separate profit center for it. Anything which is common for all your products. There may be certain things which are common for all your products or all your profit centers. Such kind of a profit centers you are going to assign to the top level or main hierarchy. Okay, anything which is assigned at the main hierarchy at DEGR underscore PC is a common profit center. Okay, this common profit center cost, we have to settle it to the respective profit center by performing this cost center allocations. That I'll show you separately how we will create a common cost profit center, how we will have the data in the common profit center, and how we will allocate the amount or the value from common profit center to the respective profit center. That we will see practically. As of now, we are only going to create product level 4 profit centers. Description I am going to give Dell India laptops. Person responsible Mr. Raju. Department I am currently not giving anything. Profit center group, I'll select this is related to laptop. I am going to select Dell laptops as the profit center group. Segment, currently we are not using any segment. I'm not assigning any segment as of now. Later on we will add segment. Once we are clear with the profit center accounting, profit center reporting and all, we will try to add a segment for new set of profit centers, because you also need to understand addition of a segment in middle, how it will affect your business. Once you create a profit center, once transactions are posted, you cannot modify the segment. Okay, there are certain fields in your profit center which cannot be modified once the transactions are posted, because at profit center level we are going to define, or we are going to pull out the financial statements. If there are any changes in your master record of profit center, straight away it will impact, it will affect your report. Your report will be inconsistent if you made any changes in between in your profit center. Segment is one of the fields which will straight away affect your financial statement at profit center level if you make any corrections in between. So I'm not adding any segment as of now. We will discuss about segment. We will take different scenario in the upcoming sessions. Enter. Sorry. Now hierarchy is locked and therefore cannot be changed at present. Whenever you get this kind of messages, this is because this standard hierarchy is in editing mode. Since I am on the change mode of hierarchy, it is not taking the hierarchy there. I'll go back. Now I'll put this laptops. Now it has taken Dell laptop. If you look at the status, this is currently inactive. Create. The status must be active for your profit center to receive the postings. After giving this basic information, you have to go to company code tab. In the company code, by default, it will show you all the company codes that are assigned to your controlling area. Make sure one profit center is activated only in one company code. We are not going to activate one profit center in multiple company codes. One profit center strictly assigned, strictly activated in one single company code. If you get a big list of company codes here, by default system will assign your profit center to all of your company codes. Make sure you are assigning your profit center only to the respective company code. Since we currently have only one company code, it is only one company code, but later on when you have multiple company codes, make sure you will remove it. For all the other company codes, you tick only for your respective company code. After that, come back to basic data, click on this activate icon. If you click on save, profit center will get created but in inactive mode. Inactive profit center will not receive the posting. So you have to ensure you will activate the profit center, which will create the profit center, which will also activate the profit center. Click on save. Now profit center has been created. If I want to display this profit center from the same screen, on the menu bar you will find profit center. Click on this, you will get a drop down. From this drop down, click on display. If I click on display here, enter. This is what the profit center which is created. We have to look at the status. Status is active. Status is active and the analysis period is 1/1/2023 to 31/12/9999. If I want to post any transaction in this profit center, my posting date of the transaction must be within this date range, from this date to this date. If I try to record a transaction in 2022 for this profit center, system will not allow, because this profit center is valid only from this date. This profit center is valid only from this date. If you look at this profit center master, after creating, you are able to find two dates. One is validity date, the other one is analysis date. So you have to understand how this validity date works, how this analysis date works. In short, validity period, analysis period. We are going to execute some scenarios to change validity period, to change analysis period of profit center. And this change of dates is common. This change of date is common in your client. Sometimes your client wants to amend certain changes in your master record. At that time, you may have to play with the dates. Sometimes it is possible to change. Sometimes it is not possible to change, depending on the scenario. So these scenarios we will be practically experimenting with valid examples in our upcoming sessions. Now I have created one profit center for Dell India laptops. Let me create another profit center for desktop. To create another profit center for desktop, what I have to do? I will have to decide a naming convention here. For Dell desktop, I have decided my naming convention for desktop will be DEIN02. In short, 02 sequence is representing desktop, 03 sequence is representing accessories, 04 is representing servicing. If I want to create a desktop, this will be the code. Copy the code. From the top, click on Profit Center, switch to Create mode. Put this new Profit Center code, click on Master Data. Analysis period, by default, system will take current calendar year beginning date. Name, I am going to take Dell India Desktop. Long text also same. Person responsible, I'll say Mr. Ravi. Profit Center group, I'll open the drop down. This is related to desktop. I have to ensure I am assigning this profit center under desktop category. Select this and hit enter. Okay, segment and department code, currently we are not using it. I am going to company code selection. Make sure your respective company code is assigned. You are not supposed to forget this activity, because in your real time you are going to have more than one company code for sure. There will not be one company code, there will be multiple company codes. You have to ensure that this setting is properly performed. Okay, now come to basic data. Check the status. This is creation mode, inactive status. Click on activate so that this will get created and activated. Both activities will be performed by this activate icon. Second profit center is now created. Let's create third profit center. Third profit center is 03. Click on master data. Please be on mute, Anil. Third one, Dell India accessories. I'll put the description here. Short text, long text. Person responsible, I'll say Mr. Anil. Profit center group, this is related to accessories. Open the drop down. Select Dell accessories. And as usual, you have to go to company code. Make the same steps as a practice for you, because tomorrow when you are creating the profit center in your project, the same steps you are going to execute, same tabs you are going to verify. Okay, and come to basic data once again. Ensure that the dates and everything is correct. Click on activate. Last one, profit center number 4, master data. And the last profit center is servicing. Copy the name. Put this here, Dell India servicing. Person responsible, I'll say Mr. Manoj. Profit center group, this is your servicing. Let's select servicing related group. Next one, as usual, go to company code. Make sure your company code is enabled. Basic data, click on this activate icon. Now all our profit centers have been created, and each profit center is assigned in the respective profit center hierarchy or profit center group. Now, if you look at this, define standard hierarchy. Let me open this once again. Profit center hierarchy. Now this Dell desktop, if I expand this Dell desktop, automatically it is showing me a profit center under Dell desktop. Correct? If I select and if I click on this expand all, it will open up all this. Expand. This also I'll expand, expand, expand. Now can we see this desktop is currently having one profit center here. Likewise, whenever you create profit center master, if you are assigning this Dell India desktop, tomorrow you are creating Dell US, Dell Singapore, any other Dell company code related laptop profit center, by default that will reflect under this. Okay, when you are pulling out any different reports, you can easily find out which profit center is mapped under which product line. Clear? All right. So this is about your profit center hierarchy, profit center master creation. Next one, let's move to cost center creation and cost center. This one.
Okay, sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
So what about default profit center?
Dummy or default?
Default one. Like we can put any cost or capture any kind of cost in that. Like in companies, I have seen they have a default profit center.
Default profit center is used wherever system is not able to derive the profit center.
Okay, sir, on which basis it will be created?
Let's say you are posting a transaction. While posting a transaction, you know this transaction belongs to desktop, laptop, accessories or servicing. You will be assigning that profit center while recording the transaction. In case you have a transaction which does not belong to any of this, you might derive a profit center based on your default profit center setting. So you need to have a prefix logic before you create a default profit center. It is used when you are not able to derive the profit center using the standard system structure. Because if you are defaulting a profit center, whenever you post a GL account transaction, by default that profit center comes. But it is used only in selected scenarios. When we are on the transaction, we are going to use that. FHEL 3KEH is what you're talking about. Okay, that you will be
That
able
will
to
be
understand.
created and
That you will be
here
able
while
to
taking
understand.
profits.
One sec. That you will be able to understand once we are at the transaction level. At that time, I'll show that how your default profit center will be assigned. Okay, for that default profit center, we are not going to create a new profit center. It's a simple configuration wherein you are going to declare a GL account and profit center. For that GL account, profit center is auto detected. So that I'll show you once we are on the transaction posting. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, let's go to this cost center accounting. In this cost center accounting, again master data. In master data, cost centers. Inside the cost center, you have cost center categories. If you go to this cost center category first, you will find these are the cost center categories that are currently available in system. Now your client may be classifying your cost according to different categories like admin cost, production cost, service cost, finance cost, management cost, material cost, sales cost, admin cost. Likewise, whatever the categories that they have for their classification of cost, for each classification of cost, you need to create a cost center category. Okay, we have to ensure only the cost center categories which are related to your client business process are available here, not unwanted cost center categories. Okay, because we do not want a user, because later on once you are on the production system, once your client is operating the system, any new additional cost center master will be created from your client side only. Consultant will not create cost center or profit center master data. It will be created by the end user. So they are not supposed to create an incorrect cost center category while creating the master. To ensure such kind of mistakes are not happening, we are not supposed to keep the cost center categories which are not relevant to your business process. Let's assume these cost center categories are sufficient. Remember, this cost center category is case sensitive. If you put capital letter here, while creating you'll have to put capital letter. If you put small letter here, while you create the cost center, you'll have to put small letter. And another one, if you are following alphabet, all your cost center categories must be alphabet. If you want to follow numeric, all your cost center categories must be numeric. Normally, we don't follow numeric cost center category. We will be following alphabetical cost center category. Okay, I'm not creating any new cost center category, but in case if you want to create, you just need to copy any one of the existing, click on copy, put the description, replace the digit, and then save it. Okay, I'm not creating anything as of now, or if you want, we can create. So what we have, cost center related, finance and account, logistics, production. Finance you have, logistics you have, production you have, admin, HR, marketing, sales. Admin, sales, what is it? HR, marketing. Let's take marketing is not there, HR also not there. So what I can do, I'll copy two. Any two I'll copy. But before I copy, I need to ensure which two digits I'm going to take. H is already there, M is already there. I'll take NO. Any single digit you can take. I'll take N, I'll take O. Human resources and marketing. Save it. Go back. Now your human resources and marketing cost center categories have been added. Come back. Now you'll have to find where is the hierarchy for your cost center. Do you find anywhere cost center hierarchy? You have something called define cost center group. If you go to this cost center group, it is talking about create cost center group, but this is different. This is not something that we created similar to your profit center. This is a group. This is used for different purpose in cost center accounting. Not this one. We were talking about hierarchy. Do you find hierarchy anywhere on this?
It will show an easy access menu, I think.
If I go to hierarchy versions, here also it is not there. So anywhere else you'll find hierarchy. You are not able to find hierarchy in this SPRO. Let me go to this enterprise organization. Standard hierarchy. Here also it is not there. So from SPRO for cost center related hierarchy, we are unable to find it. Then let's go and check in the easy access. In easy access, let's go to accounting. In accounting, controlling. In controlling, cost center accounting. In cost center accounting, go to master data. Here you have standard hierarchy. Open this standard hierarchy. This is the transaction. OKEON is the T code to create cost center standard hierarchy. Open this. Okay, this is what it is talking about. This is your cost center standard hierarchy DEGR underscore CC. If you see this, we have created this DEGR underscore CC while creating our controlling area. If you go to OKKP, if you pull your DEGR controlling area, here you will find cost center CCTR represents cost center standard hierarchy DEGR underscore CC. This is mandatory to create a cost controlling area. That is why whenever you create any controlling area, you will get a pop-up message stating cost center hierarchy is not created. Do you want to create? We are telling yes there. So that is why system is creating a hierarchy in background without any description. You will find cost center hierarchy, but no description is coming up here because here there is no description for this. So let's put a description here first. Dell Group cost center hierarchy. Okay, let me save this hierarchy also. If I click on save, this is also not giving any TR, which means this cost center standard hierarchy or cost center grouping, this is also one of your cutover activity or open client activity, which you'll have to do before you hand over the system to your client. Once this is given, under this cost center hierarchy, we have to add different cost center grouping that we have. We have got cost center grouping like finance and account, logistics, production, admin, HR, marketing and sales. Let's go to SAP. You have to click here. This is your top level. This is your top level hierarchy DEGR underscore CC. Same like your profit center. Below this, you have to create different categories. Select Dell Group underscore CC. Top you will find create icon, but here you will find a small drop down icon at the bottom right side. You are able to see this small icon.
Yes,
You'll
sir.
have to click on this small icon. When you click on this, it will give you a pop-up screen. You have to click on lower level group because this comes below this hierarchy. Under lower level group, put the group name. This is your finance and accounts. You can put any one naming convention. I'll put F&A. F&A. I'll put Dell Finance and Accounts. And here we need to make sure fixed length. If you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits. So I'll put finance and accounts. So it's telling enter a valid name, which means it is not detecting your special character. I'll put finance alone. Okay, it has taken finance. Description of this category is finance and accounts. Save this. Now under Dell Group standard hierarchy, we have added first hierarchy or first grouping is finance. Now you'll have to add the remaining 6 grouping. The remaining six groupings are same like your finance. Here also same like your profit center. If you want to add another group from finance, it will be the same level. If you add from Dell Group standard hierarchy, it will be the lower level. Clear? You'll have to understand, if you select this finance, you have to click same level. If you click top level, you'll have to click lower level. So accordingly, you'll have to select. Now this one I'll put After finance, logistics. I'll put Dell logistics. After logistics, select logistics, click on same level again.
Sir,
After, yes,
sir, in this screen also we have option to remove or delete like that we have on in Profit Center group.
yes, you have here delete icon.
Okay, sir.
Production. Next, I'll put Dell production. After production, next one is your admin. Select this, click on same level group. I'll put Dell administration. After admin, next one is your HR, marketing, sales. Select this, click on same level. Marketing, I'll put Dell marketing. Next one, HR. Click on same level. Or I'll simply put HR. Dell human resources. What is left? Sales. Create at same level. Sales, I'll put Dell sales. And now proceed to save this. Okay, to create a profits cost center, you can either create from here or you can create from cost center creation screen KS01. So I'm not creating from here. I'll come back. Now let us create one cost center. For creation of a cost center, your transaction code is KS01/N. Cost center also I am creating manually because we already know how to create cost center with LTMC and LSMW. KS01, for the first cost center, I am going to take this number, copy, put this cost center code, validity from 01/01/2023, fiscal year beginning date, click on master data, put the name, I'll put this as, or I'll say DEIN, Dell India. This is not, yeah, this is Dell India Finance and Accounts. Next one, person responsible. Let's say, I'll say Mr. Chandan. Department, same, is used for your BPC cost center identification. Currently, I'm not giving this. Cost center category, this is related to finance and account. Open the drop down, pick finance related cost center category. J. Next one, hierarchy. Open the drop down. Whatever the hierarchy we created will appear here. From here you have to select this cost center finance and accounts related to this Dell finance and accounts. Double click on this. Business area, currently we are not using it. I'm not assigning business area. Next one, profit center. Now your cost center itself will talk about which profit center it belongs to. First 6 digits of your cost center is always profit center. I'll take first 6 digits. I'll put this here, press enter. Okay, you have to remember one point here. Cost center is company code specific. Strictly one cost center is used only in one company code. Currently in our controlling area, we have only one company code assigned. That is why company code field is not visible here. Once you assign your second company code in your controlling area, in this field list under basic data, company code field will appear. Okay, you need to manually feed which company code this cost center belongs to. Unlike your profit center, there is no separate field for, there is no separate tab for company code in cost center master. You will have a separate field inside the basic data. That field is visible only if you assign more than one company code to your controlling area. If there is only one company code inside the controlling area, by default your cost center is assigned to your company code assigned to controlling area. After giving this, you will have control here. You can control what points to be allowed, what points to be disallowed. By default, your cost center is locked against revenue postings, which means any income related GL account cannot be used for cost center. In case if you want to use cost center for income related GL account, you need to unlock this. Okay, normally we don't unlock it because you are going to use cost center only for cost purpose. Any income related must be captured under profit center. So I'll come to basic data. There is no activation for cost center. Straight away you will have to create this.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir, if we put the business area here, it will automatically determine when we post the entries.
correct. You're right. When you put business area, your cost center will automatically detect the business area. Okay, next one, let me create logistics related cost center. For logistics, this is the code. DEIN 012001. Click on master data. I'll put DEIN logistics. I'll put Mr. Sibgat, and this is your logistics. Open the drop down, select logistics related cost center category. Hierarchy, we'll have to select logistics. This is your logistics. Next one, profit center. This logistics also related to laptop. Now I am going to save it. Currently I am creating only the cost center related to laptop. Once we understand how we created this, in the next session we will be creating cost center related to desktop. At that time we are going to understand how these are going to be differentiated, because there we have to play with the description. Currently in this description what we have given, I have given only DEIN logistics. When I create the second product, logistics may be common for, logistics is applicable for your laptop, your desktop, your accessories, your servicing. If I put a description only like this, it leads to confusion. So when you know that you have multiple products, in each product you are going to have similar cost center. In the description we need to add Dell Laptop logistics, or DEIN. Laptop logistics. Similarly, here laptops logistics. Okay, something like this you'll have to put, so that by looking at the description you will understand, okay, this is related to laptop product logistics. I'll save this description. Similarly, for the first one also, let us update here also DEIN. This is related to laptop. Here also I'll put laptops, finance and accounts. Save it. Let me also create the second product, same two profit centers. This one I'm going to create. This is related to your desktop. I'll copy this, create mode. Now the last digit 1001 represents what is the first one? Finance and accounts. So this is Dell desktop finance and accounts. Clear? So that by looking at the description, it is easy for your user or for your business to understand, okay, this is related to laptop, this is related to this, even though they are able to identify based on this. Okay, by looking at the product profit center code from your cost center code, they'll be able to identify this cost center belongs to what. So they don't have to look at the description every time. By looking at the code, they will be able to understand this relates to what. Person responsible, I'll put Mr. Ram. Cost center category, this is finance related. Let me select finance. Hierarchy is your finance. Profit center is DEIN 02, because this is related to desktop. Make sure this is desktop. Your profit center is also desktop. Your profit center code also contains a desktop. The naming conventions and all, we have to be very careful. Save this. Next one, for logistics, it will be 022001. Enter. Name, it will be Dell desktop logistics. I'll put Dell desktops logistics. Person responsible, I'll say Mr. Ashok. Cost center hierarchy. This is your logistics. Select logistics related cost center category. Hierarchy logistics profit center DEIN 02 desktop.
Sir, in the
Click
name
on.
field, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Spelling you
In the
mean to
name
say?
field, yes, sir.
This is character limitation, so we are unable to write any further characters.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. This is basically same like your GL, short text, long text. Or we can remove this here, we'll add this here. Okay. Save this. Okay, while this gets saved. So this is all about your profit center master creation, cost center master creation. When you're creating profit center, cost center master, you'll have to work out on your Excel sheet first. What departments you're going to have. It's all about your understanding. It's not about what you're creating, whether this is right or wrong. Keep those points aside. It is all about your understanding, whether you're able to understand what we have defined here or not. Okay, if you're able to understand this, when you're in any project, if you open any of your company code, cost center list, profit center list, hierarchy, very easily you will be able to understand why in your company code these cost centers are created, these profit centers are created, how they grouped it, for what purpose they grouped it. If you understand this, you will be able to understand whatever the project cost center profit center list you take, you will be able to easily connect it to it. Those who are working, open your client system, look at the profit center hierarchy, cost center hierarchy groupings, try to relate. Now look at their cost center code, whether it is a 6 digit, 8 digit, similarly profit center code, 6 digit, 8 digit, 10 digit. Now if you list out those code and you try to understand why this code is created, there will be a meaning, there will be a logic behind that code. Clearer? Try to understand that logic, that code. That is what we have to understand as a consultant. Clearer?
Hello, sir.
Now what I want everybody to do is, I want everybody to create similar set of cost center, profit center in two of your company codes. Now from now on, whatever we are going to create, first time when you create, you will have no clarity. Be very clear with what I'm telling. When you create, when you practice in your first company code, you will have no clarity. You are only creating blindly whatever we are doing. Do not assume that you have created for your first company code. That is not going to add any clarity. It is just giving you a clarity on the screen what you are doing, which T code you are opening, what activity or what data you are filling up on the screen. But when you create the second company code onwards, that is where you are going to start understanding what you are doing. First company code, you are not understanding what you are doing. First company code is only to make you how you are doing, how to go to the system, which T code you have to open, how to write, how to save it. But from second company code, make sure you are focusing on why you are doing, on what basis you are doing all this. This is very, very important. Understanding these points will take little time. It's not that simply we can create it. But to create this, you're right, you can create within 10-15 minutes, but to understand it will take time. This understanding is where you have to put more focus. And these processes, this understanding is what you have to speak in your interview. Clear? If you have your own clarity, if you have your own explanation for this, whatever we have done, you're good with profit center, cost center. You don't have to go and create again and again, not required. Make sure you are able to explain this to the other person or not. That is your target. If you are able to explain how cost centers are created, how profit centers are created, what is the naming convention you are taking, and how you are creating profit center group or profit center hierarchy, while creating the profit center, how you are connecting it, how this profit center master is directly assigned in the hierarchy, similarly cost center. If you are able to understand this at high level, more than enough for your cost center, profit center basic understanding. Afterwards, whatever you have is only plain data entry things. It's straight, simple, straightforward. This is the only major chunk that you'll have to understand. Afterwards, it's all simple bits and pieces. You'll not find anything related to cost center concept, anything related to profit center concept after this. It's all pure data entry, end user activity we are going to test. Okay, let me check if this is created. Now cost center is created. Let us verify the cost center hierarchy which we created just now. I'll open this. In cost center hierarchy, if you notice, before production there is no expand icon, but after before logistics and finance there is a drop down icon here. You see the difference between the icons?
Yes, sir.
Now if I click on this finance, it will expand. In finance there are two cost centers, These two cost centers are active. You will see this as green. Similarly, logistics, there are two cost centers. In production, currently there is no cost center. That is why I am not able to expand it. So whenever you create any cost center, it is mandatory for you to assign the cost center to one of the cost center group or cost center standard hierarchy. Accordingly, this is going to happen. When you're generating a cost center report, if I want to know finance cost of laptop, I will have to give this cost center. Or if I want to know finance cost of desktop, I'll have to give this cost center. Otherwise, if I want to know overall finance cost of Dell, I am going to give this. In my report, if I give finance, system will give me all the cost centers related to finance. Clear? Once we post the entry, we will pull out the different reports of cost center, different reports of profit center. We will pass this information, we will pass this information, we will pass this information, we will verify the numbers. If you give this cost center code, how system is detecting the number. If you pass this, how system is detecting the number, from where these numbers are coming, everything we will see practically with whatever the numbers we are posting. And how your cost center report reflects in your cost center side, how this cost center report reflects from your finance side. And what is the difference? You have to notice from your FI report with cost center filter and cost center reports. Only when we understand these points, it is easy for us to understand business process. Clear it? Understood everyone what to do? What you need to practice? Make sure strictly 2 company codes practice is what I want everybody to do. Minimum 2 company codes for you to understand. One company code, please be very sure it is not going to be clear if you practice in single company code. Whether you like or you don't like, you have to do it for 2 company codes. One company code to understand how to do the configuration. Second company code to understand why you are doing this configuration, for what purpose. Clear? And when you are practicing, any errors that you are facing, any issues you are facing, please take this screenshot, put it in the WhatsApp group. Do not keep your practice pending. If you are getting an error, don't close your laptop. Take the screenshot, take the photo, put it in the group. Either I will respond or somebody who already created this without any error will be able to respond. Clear? Let me stop
Hello,
this
sir.
recording. One